Well, hey everybody, it's Kev Bo Jones here with the wonderful world of baseball cards. This is episode 3 of the Memphis Baseball Card Chronicles. This is the golf edition, or I guess I should say the Tiger Woods edition. This is a pretty intriguing project for me, as I was not familiar. Aside from the basic Upper Deck rookie, not familiar with these cards at all. And my brother has been collecting Tiger Woods stuff now. What drew you to the Tiger stuff?
Well, as you've heard me mention in the last couple of segments, I've really been focused on collecting my favorite athletes across the sports. And Tiger is by far my favorite golfer. I've had the good fortune of seeing him play at some major tournaments. I was at the 2000 U.S. Open in Pebble Beach. I was at the 2008 U.S. Open, which up until this most recent Masters was his last win before all the trouble that he had in between there. But Torrey Pines, also in California, beautiful setting. And when I think about an athlete who's defined their sport, Roger Federer in tennis, Michael Jordan in basketball, Tiger Woods in golf, he basically put golf on the map and brought a whole new generation of kids playing and really was part of a big resurgence in golf play across the country. It drove ratings, it drove advertising, and those times that he was out of the sport, it really struggled to find that next person to throw on the backs of and really market. And so you've noticed we've done this red theme, and we started with that. Kevin and I chose it for the Sunday red. That's his famous attire that he wears when he is set to hopefully win a tournament, as you see featured in card number 2 there in the background, which we'll get to at the end. But I've been captivated by him. His focus, I remember surrounding him at the 12th green at Torrey Pines, and we were all packed in, and people were yelling, cheering, all kinds of things like crazy. And you'd have thought it was like what you've seen on coverage if you've seen golf the last couple of weeks. No fans, no spectators. He was completely laser focused on moving on to the next hole, and unbelievable how many people wanted to follow him. I remember racing to try to get a view holes 13 through 18 of that Sunday round before it went into the extra play that Monday. Absolutely iconic. And I really, when you look at what Upper Deck, which I really miss them across a number of card series. When you look at what Upper Deck did with this, capturing a sport that many think can be boring or emotionless,
Stodgy.
It is amazing the images that have been captured here and the way that Upper Deck organized its whole golf theme around him. And so, Kevin, I'll turn it to you to get us started.
I think we've really both, as we were going through these last night, kind of prepping this episode, realized we both really miss Upper Deck for all their sports stuff. It's a shame they just have the hockey license now, because they did some pretty wild stuff. So I'm just going to go through the list. Did you just start looking for Tiger cards on eBay one night? What happened?
Yeah, that's how it started, Kevin. I just looked him up on eBay, and all of a sudden I saw this whole world unfolding of the Tiger's tails, which you'll see in the background there. We'll talk about that at the end. But really the inaugural set that featured him so prominently, and I really started looking at all the different variations of his cards. I learned about all these different promo cards that have been associated with certain tournaments and events along the way, when he was a spokesperson at the card show in Chicago one year. It's just fabulous what they've done to capture some amazing moments. And this is great to start. This is my favorite card of his that I have in my collection, and because it reminds me of the emotion and passion that he has played this game with the whole time, but especially before all the things started happening with him in his personal life. That fist pump,
it's like peak Tiger.
After he'd make a big putt, crowds all going crazy. That fist pump when he would get excited. That's just when I think of Tiger Woods, this is what I think of, and I think Upper Deck just captured a beautiful, brilliant shot here of his emotion and his iconic pose.
And this is the 2001 Upper Deck Golf Tiger Woods promo card, which is, again, just absolutely fantastic. Here's his, I guess what you might think of as his true rookie. This is the 2001 Upper Deck Golf Tiger Woods. Again, a great companion to that promo. Kind of covers him at the peak of his, or just at the, really actually at about the peak of his powers, at least for the first part of his career.
That's right.
And I always just think about with Tiger, with me, and I always talk about this, is those roars that you would hear from other golfers golfing at the tournaments, and how Tiger just, without even doing anything, got in the heads of these other golfers. He wasn't even trying. He just, because of the crowd and everything, he could get guys to just collapse.
And they would hear these roars from other parts of the golf
and
course.
No, he just did something.
They'd see the leaderboard change, and he was the player where, when the weekend came, if he was within striking distance, watch out.
Yep. This is an interesting one. Again, 2001 Upper Deck Golf, Tiger Woods. What does that one say? Defining moments. I mean, there's some really wild stuff in here. Here's a Masters card, which is super cool. 2001 Woods Collection, Upper Deck, the Masters. Upper Deck just killed it with these.
Yep, and there's a picture of his intensity as he's watching a shot that he had follow through on, or getting ready to size it up. But just some great imagery on that card as well.
Now this one, if anybody in the video, I don't really know much about this one, and Todd, I'm not sure you really know too much. You just saw it and you liked it. I wonder if this was handed out at a tournament, or 2001 Upper Deck Golf Williams World Challenge. I don't really know much about this card. Obviously, there's the branding there. That must have been the tournament. What drew you to this one?
Well, you know, the two images on there, the classic putting intensity photo up at the top, and then seeing him after his follow through. But it was just really unique and different, and I've yet to really get the backstory behind it other than what the back of the card says.
Yeah, it's not really a numbered card either. It's just kind of, it's very interesting. Williams World Challenge. I like that one. I really like that one. Now, these next four, these are pretty fantastic. These are the 2001 Upper Deck Golf stat leaders, and they're kind of foily, and they're absolutely fantastic. So there's stat leaders for
driving distance.
For driving distance. You can see it's got a little it's like a foil card. Super cool. My brother's I've never seen, this one, but check this one out. This is fantastic.
This is in my top 3 of cards that I have in my collection. Again,
really?
Yeah,
wow.
Again, this is classic Tiger. This is the way he lines up his putts, and I thought they captured it so well. And this particular year, which commemorates the 2000 season, he was on fire.
Putting average. That's unbelievable. Again, these are super cool too because they're foiled. Here's another one. This is for scoring average. Oh man, those are so great. Upper Deck. We miss you. And then finally, this is Money Leaders. How much did he make that year? I can't see it.
$9.2 million in year $2,000.
And that's just tournament. That's not even endorsements. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Classic Tiger smile.
That's great.
One of my favorites.
Now here's another one that's really fun. This is the 2001 SP Authentic Honor Roll. I think this one I'm going to take out of the case, out of the plastic, because we got to see the shine on this. Oh, check that out. I love the SP Authentics. I told my brother to look at SP Authentics autos last night. They were a little pricey, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Honor Roll, PSA 10. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, this is fun. I think this must have been the promo card from the National Sports Card Convention. Upper Deck Spokesman Set, 23rd National, Chicago. This is from 2002. Just another Great card.
And the tipping of the cap is about all you'd get from him when he was in tournament mode.
Yeah.
Until he won it or had made a major play. This is what you'd get.
Yep. Now this one I like. This is the 2001 Upper Deck leaderboard. Pretty cool. Great looking card. Fantastic. I like that. Another hat. Oh no, he's kind of hiding in there too.
Yes.
Now this one's a little goofy. This is the Golf Gallery 2001 Upper Deck Golf Gallery Tiger.
Not the greatest rendering of him, but one that I saw. It reminded me. I picked this one up in the midst of some work that I was doing on the Topps Project 2020, and I'm drawn to the Andrew Thiel and the Jacob Rochester, the more painting and imagery card series. And when I saw this one, seeing Tiger in a painting versus a still shot,
Yes.
I knew I had to get it.
Here's another one, Victory March, Tiger, Upper Deck Golf. I mean, this is like the master collection here of Tiger from 2001. It's pretty special. Now here's a nice one. This is 2002 Tiger, Upper Deck Golf. That's just his regular one. It's a great one.
Yep, nice pose after the follow through on a drive.
Now this one, absolutely. This one is fantastic, and I don't know. I think this might be my favorite. This is the 2003 Upper Deck Majors champion.
And this commemorates his 1997 win at the Masters.
It's pretty cool. Very cool. I mean, I don't really know much about any of this stuff. I'm getting an education here myself. Now, I picked one. Well, hang on. We're going to do one more. This might be the best, saving the best for last. And I'm trying to figure out exactly. This is something else, really. This is 1998 Champions of Golf, the Masters collection, Tiger Woods. I think this might be like his true rookie.
Yes.
Maybe not his SI for kids one, but maybe even more special. I think this is something, I don't know exactly if anybody has any more info on this. I mean, I don't know. What drew you to this?
Well, one, the fact that this is an oversized card. And again, I'm trying to grab as many Masters, 1997 Masters related celebrations of him as I can. That's what really put him on the map that year, and in general in golf. And this is just, it's a uniquely sized card and one that's a little bit hard to find too, especially. Yeah,
is this easy to is this easy to find on eBay?
It's middle. If you want to try to get something in a higher grade, it's a challenge to find.
Yeah,
and it gets expensive quickly.
Now, this is one that I just picked out that I liked, and then we'll do these in the back because they're kind of fun. So my brother, tell us a little bit about what's going on back here.
So these 4 cards are part of a 30-card Tiger's Tales collection, and I'm on my way to having the full set. I am only missing Tiger's Tales card number 2, and I search on eBay every day to see if one happens to pop up in a high grade. I'm having trouble finding it, period. I have it raw, but I've yet to find that one graded. But what this was also part of the same 2001 Upper Deck Golf, just commemorating.
They were really like milking Tiger. I mean, that's how big he was.
Yep, and his cards just dominated that series. And we picked 4 here, Kevin and I did. 1 for the imagery and 2 for what they celebrated. So number 3 there is from early in his career, and we just watched a video today of when he was 3 years old on the Mike Douglas show and came out basically carrying a little golf bag, fell over trying to set it down, and then on the set must have drove the ball 50 yards. And just amazing to see
with the exact same swing that he had as a grown up.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a reminder of just the fame and golf prowess that he had. Tiger Woods, the kid. The second one really fits in this Masters theme that we've been talking about tonight. That was the celebration of his win at the 1997 Masters. What made that amazing was he scored 18 under, which was by far a record, and he won that tournament by 12 under. And it really, that's when the world had to take notice of Tiger Woods. He'd won his amateur championships prior to that, 3 in a row, 96, 95, and 94. But to come in and win that famous, prestigious Southern tournament and win it in that dominating of a fashion was something to behold. The third one celebrates his 2000 PGA Player of the Year. That year was something special. That's when he finished the Tiger Slam, but he also had 9 tournament wins that year, which was the most in 40 years, and he tied or set 27 PGA records that season. And the final one, of course, classic St. Andrews in the background, that was the British Open that he won that completed the Tiger Slam. So he'd started, and that also, by the way, was the 2000 U.S. Open that I'd attended that captured the 3rd one in a row. And then he picked this up in the British Open to finish things up. So just absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, so I mean, as you can see, just quite the amazing Tiger Woods kind of showcase here. You know, it's just amazing to look at all this stuff and just how fantastic all these cards are. Just really, really fantastic. This was a treat for me, as I have not really ever seen this Tiger stuff. I have this one, which was a gift, but to see this collection is something to behold. So this is Kevbo Jones with the Wonderful World of Baseball Cards, Memphis Baseball Card Chronicles series. It's been a lot of fun. I think we might have one more. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You never know. We might look at some Project 2020 stuff, but who knows. Anyway, collect what you love what you collect, and just soak in a little Tiger for a second. Peace.